Okay, today we're going to talk about variables. So, again, if you need to open up this, I'm going to save everything in what I'm calling block 2 programs. Actually, I will save it in what I'm calling new programs. I'm going to go new, class. New is actually the Java project, class will be what we name the program. I'm going to name this program variables. Remember, you start with a capital letter, you never start with a number or a lowercase variable. Numbers are unaccepted by Java. The capital letter is just standard notation, what most people accept. So it says public class there. Notice the opening block matches with the closing block here. Then we'll put the main method. Every program will have this at least once in an application. It is public static void main in parentheses string bracket args, and then more brackets. So those are the squiggly black brackets and make it block notation. Now Java has a few different types of variable notations. If you're typing letters and words and maybe sentences, you save this as a string. So you save it as a string. So what you would do is, let's say I wanted to save my name, and I put string name equals William Snyder. Right there. Now, just like in math, if you had x equals 3, well, the word name, and that's anything I picked, I could have called it Echo. Don't know why I'd call it Echo, but I could. And William Snyder is saved in that. I like to think that in the back of the computer there's a mailbox, and then instead of there being a number there, it has a name on it. And it's whatever name I type here, and let's just call it back to name, and it puts whatever I put right there. So inside this mailbox in the back of the computer called name, inside of it is the words William Snyder. Now, also, let's say you're saving numbers and they have a numerical value. That's like saying you have 7 and it actually meaning the number 7 rather than just representing the number 7. And we'll talk about that a bit more. But let's say you have numbers that are whole numbers. So positive and negative and 0, all the whole numbers, no decimals. That gets saved as an int, standing for integer. I'll put a D up here, see that now, saved. Int age, so typically ages are whole numbers. So right now I am negative 13 years old. Now let's say I wanted to save how much money I have in my pocket right now. So let's say you have numbers again, but this time you have decimals instead of whole numbers, so they have a decimal value. These get saved as doubles. I'll just put the word double because you don't put the S there, double. So you do double the money, and in my pocket right now I have $3.28. So notice these are the 3 big ones that we're going to use over and over again. String, that saves words and letters and sentences. Integer, that saves whole numbers. And double, that saves decimals. There are 2 more that I want you to know about, but we're not going to use really right now. If you want true or false, and that's all it means, is true or false, nothing else. You save that as a Boolean. We'll call this value equals, and what you put is true. And that gets used a lot with logic, and we'll go much more into depth that later on, but right now I need you to know that. And the other one is called char. And this is for single letters. Single letters or symbols. And then you just do char grade. Let's say I was saving my grades. But now instead of a double quotation, you get a single quotation. String gets double. Char, so my letter in computer science is going to be an A. My grade. So now what I could do is, and we showed last time how to print out, I could do system.out.println, and then I could put name plus, that's concatenating them, and then I could put age, so it'd print out the word age, and then it'll print out the value of age, then plus, concatenating now, what my grade is in comp sci, and here I put plus grade. So now if I just print this out right now, what it's going to say, and I should probably put name right here in front, so you want to make it very easy to understand, name. So when it prints up on the screen, and then a plus symbol to concatenate, it's going to print on the screen the word name, then, because there's no quotations around this, the value name, which is what's stuck inside that mailbox in the computer, which is William Snyder. Then it will print out the word age, and then we'll go to the mailbox called age, pull whatever value is in there and put it out. And then finally it'll print out grade in comp sci and go to the mailbox grade and then print out an A. So I run this, and over here it says name William Snyder, age -13, grade in comp sci, an A. And that's our beginning lesson on variables, and we'll work more from there later on. Good evening.